Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, we're going to go over the biggest headlines in the space. This is the stuff that I think everybody needs to be kept up to date on. We're going to touch on some Cardano stuff, some Ethereum, some Twitter stuff. Again, all really important stuff that I think people need to be made aware of. Now, if you enjoy this sort of content, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Right, let's get down to the desktop. So we're going to start here on coin market cap. The total market cap of crypto globally is at $1.06 trillion, down 2.41%. in the last 24 hours. What I would say is I have gone on the record and said that I expect October to be a green month. I still think it's up on September, and I do expect it to be overall up on September. But I do think that there's going to be a bit of volatility in the early part of the month. Basically, what I think we're seeing is some longs being liquidated before we actually go long, right? Has to happen. And I think that's what we're seeing here. We've got Bitcoin at 27,541.01. And yeah, look, I'm expecting a green month. And yeah, it's not really started off that way. But, you know, it is part and parcel of what we expect in this market. It's volatile and you risk losing all of your money. But let's get into some of the headlines here. We have got the FCA in the UK, the regulator, issuing warning listing top exchanges, crypto exchanges like KuCoin and Huobi, which is actually under a new name. Look, they've made it mandatory for exchanges to display prominent risk warnings of crypto to its customers. Again, we're in the UK and we've updated some of our sort of terminology. We haven't really had to, as a business, we haven't really, in my opinion, had to do too much because we're transparent. We have, links when they're affiliates. We say they're an affiliate link. We talk about the risks all the time. We've added some additional lines to our disclaimer, obviously making it as clear as we feel possible. I think it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. It goes against a lot of exchanges' business models, and we're seeing a lot of exchanges leave the UK. But we are starting to see some positives, and I'll come on to that in a moment. But look, basically, they got 3 months to adhere to the rules. I think that makes it the 8th of January. Not that long to get this done, but this includes implementing a 24-hour cooling off period for new customers in a generic warning to KuCoin, Huobi, and other 147 firms. The FCA stated this firm may be promoting financial services or products without our permission. You should avoid dealing with this firm. And what they are basically saying is, you shouldn't be, it's HTX. I couldn't remember what Huobi was called now. But yeah, HTX, really shit name, but it is what it is. What I would say is the FCA are doing this to keep investors safe, which is nonsense. Like, gambling's bad, but they allow that. Bet365 and other gambling firms, they can offer you £25 sterling on a free, bet or upon sign up. But exchanges in cryptocurrency can't do it. Do you understand the hypocrisy that there is here in the UK right now? And I touched on this in the past, and I kind of, outlined what my expectations were with these regulations, that a lot of these regulators get it wrong before they get it right. And I think that's what we're seeing here. I think that we will see some changes from the FCA. I think there's lobbyists going on and all sorts of different things. But ultimately, there are some positives coming from it. Like, I think, people should be made aware of, the risks and stuff like that. We haven't had to do too much changing to implement what we think is right. But, there's more that needs to be done from exchanges at the end of the day. Like, in the UK or out of the UK, like, it should just be a standard, right? We got Norma backed 𝗕𝗪𝗠𝗪𝗠, I think that's how you pronounce it, joins UK crypto register. The firm registered with the FCA, the Financial Conduct Authority, just before new ad rules took effect on Sunday. So look, we're seeing firms registering. I think that's a positive thing. We've got crypto exchange 𝗕𝗓𝗀𝘀 targeted by hackers 159,000 times in one, like H1. I guess that is like 1 hour, according to report. Not sure, but it's an increase of 1,800% in the same period of 2020. Really interesting stuff. Like, do you really want to be in this market, right? They've deflected 879 hack attempts per day in the first half of this year. It's immense how much the hackers are attempting to hack these exchanges, right? It's really, really interesting, but concerning at the same time as well, right? And I think we need to be really clear on that. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was BlackRock, right? Inside a prime crypto for a hedge, a huge, if I can wake up, a huge $17.7 trillion Wall Street earthquake that could be about to hit the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, right? Look, I think that BlackRock are trying to pump the market upwards, build up a bit of liquidity, and that will be used as exit liquidity. And we got to be careful. We got to be mindful of like what we see with these big firms like BlackRock, right? I think that crypto is going to do really well. I think BlackRock know it. I think they've been quite public about their thoughts and opinions. But it's going to be interesting. Sometimes this stuff is in plain sight, right? We got Binance and OKX to comply with new financial promotion rules in UK. Crypto firms such as Binance, OKX, and MoonPay have announced they will be working to comply with the UK's new financial promotion rules. And look, I'm good. I'm happy to see this. I think this is a good thing. But I do think that the rules will change, and I need to be quite clear on that. I think things will be loosened up, and I do believe that a lot of this has been, maybe blown out of proportion. It is just how people should be promoting, and some additional infrastructure work that needs to happen. How quick that needed to happen is questionable from the FCA's point of view. They brought this forward. I think it was supposed to be November. They brought it forward to October. They've kind of extended it to the 8th of January to a point. After that, you're kind of screwed if you're not complying, is kind of how I understand it. And, look, I think Binance and OKX, I think it's great to see them. I'd like to see other exchanges, I'd like to see Bybit, actually pull their finger out and do the right thing and, do a bit of a 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗡 on their decision. I'd like to see, publications including BitGet and other exchanges, KuCoin obviously on that list. I'd like to see them get themselves off that list. Not that I am fond of KuCoin, as people know. But, that is kind of where we're at, right? A lot going on. We've got Nexo to phase out cashback for UK exchange and card transactions as FCA rules approach. Bybit said that it would suspend its UK operations entirely, and PayPal said that it would temporarily stop crypto purchases in the UK. This is not good for the UK, right? It's one of those, like, if we want to keep up with the US, and I think that's one of these other articles, UK must loosen KYC demands for crypto to outpace US in Web3. And this is my point, right? They have got to change these rules if the UK wants to be a crypto hub, right? I think that is, a necessity. It needs to happen. But, it's one of those. Will it happen? That is another question, right? And that is a question that we probably need to understand a little bit more. But let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. We've got Ethereum's 𝗕𝗪𝗠𝗪𝗠 attracts more criticism from Cardano's Charles Hoskinson. The Ethereum co-founder Vitalik recent decision on potential staking pool changes to boost decentralization have triggered criticism from Charles Hoskinson's Cardano founder. Basically, what we've got here in a post on X, Hoskinson took a not so vile jab at Buterin by attaching an animated GIF of actor Christian Bale and Muppet Kermit the Frog nodding at one another, right? And this is basically, I guess, a little jab, a bit of copying the Cardano kind of approach when it comes to staking. Really interesting stuff. I've sort of raised concerns that potentially the Ethereum staking is probably not as safe as it needs to be, and it could be really, really interesting to see what happens with that, right? Do they change? Do they sort out the security issues? I'd like to see that. On another positive, Cardano linked AI platform partners with oldest metaverse, Decentraland. I've known about this for some time. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧, which is a project that we invested in super early, seed round. And, if you're one of the Cheeky Crypto NFT holders, which is a Cardano NFT, jump in our Discord. You're missing out on some of these private sales like 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧. I do think that, it's a great partnership. I do think that it's a great project. I do think that it's going to do really well. But I'm interested to get your views and opinions. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Again, I think that is really, really important to get people's views and opinions. Let's get rid of some of these. I thought I had done all this already. We got Ripple CTO uncovers reasons behind Elon Musk's plans to hide interaction buttons on X. So, look, this is, again, just really interesting. Why does he want to do this, right? I figured out why Elon wants to get rid of the interaction buttons. He's going to make it impossible to repost or reply to premium ads or put community notes on them. And it doesn't want to make it visible, obviously, in your feed, or you'll learn to ignore them. So interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. I'm not for getting rid of these likes and repost buttons on Twitter. But maybe I just don't understand where the platform is heading. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.